Hello friends, how are you? Today I'm back with daily financial news and updates. This will be covering the news from 1st December 2023 to 2nd December 2023. I have one request to all my friends. Please go through the video completely. This will not only save your time, because we are putting our lot of time and effort so that we can bring you only the relevant news for your promotion examinations as well as your IBPS preparations. So go through this video completely, and please like, share and subscribe to our channel so that this that will give us motivation to continue our efforts, and also we'll be able to bring more and more news and updates to you. So let's get started. The first news, COP38 Summit is going on in Dubai, you all know. Modi has proposed to host COP33 in India in 2028. So Prime Minister Mr. Modi has proposed hosting the climate summit COP33 in India in 2028. What is this COP? So this COP was conceived in 1992 in Rio Earth Summit. It works under UNFCCC, that is United Nations Framework on Climate Change. There are total of 197 countries. COP started in 1995. So it was conceived in 1992, but it started the first COP conference was held in 1995. So why these people meet? So this is done for containing Earth's temperature increase to 2%. So if we know that if the Earth's temperature goes beyond 2%, it will be catastrophic for the Earth. All the glaciers will will melt, and the island nations, they will vanish, and even the coastal areas that will not only drown the coastal areas and the islands, but also it will change the whole climate, and where the human race will come near the they will cease to exist. So this is very important. This is for our existence. Who are the biggest emitters? So we can see USA is the largest emitter by they contribute 27% of the carbon emissions. China, they contribute 17%, and India, they is the third largest emitter by 7%. So what is the target? The target is to be net zero by 2050. By 2050, we should all the nations must be carbon neutral, carbon zero. Now, for the benefit of our viewers, what is net zero? So a target of net zero is a target of completely negating the amount of greenhouse gases produced by human activity, to be achieved by reducing emissions and implementing methods of absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. What are the methods of absorbing carbon dioxide? An easy guess: we need to plant more and more trees. We need to even the oceans and glaciers, they are good absorbers of carbon dioxide. So we should try to increase their coverage. But the COP, there has been 28 summits of COP, Conference of Parties, but the consensus has not yet been arrived. The developed countries, they don't want to transfer money at pledge funds, transfer technologies to the developing countries. They are saying that the developed countries are saying that we will meet our targets, but that is not enough, because now they have achieved a level of development where they can offer good lifestyle to their own people, but the developing nations and the underdeveloped countries, they still have to come a long way. And if they want to provide good living conditions and good atmosphere for the people, it is not incorrect. They want to do it, but they don't have resources, so they have to turn to fossil fuels only for the factories, for the vehicles, for the household. So what the development countries need to do, they have done the damage. Most of the damage has been done by developed countries. They have utilized the fossil fuels. They have damaged the earth for all these days. Now, whatever funds they are having, they should pledge more funds to developing countries, and more importantly, they should transfer the green technologies like solar technologies and solar renewable technologies to developing countries, so that they can work on it and reduce their carbon emissions. We have to work together if you want to save our earth, and this is the question of our survival. The world leaders, they are still reluctant to cooperate. The COP, they are just happening, the numbers are increasing, COP 26, 28, but nothing concrete has come forward. Though the countries, they have placed their own targets, like they have placed, some has pledged 2050, some has pledged 2070 for being carbon neutral, but we cannot afford. The earth is already warmer by 1.3 degrees Celsius, and we have to act fast. So hope this COP summit will bring our world leaders to some kind of consensus, and we will be able to save our earth. Next news: India's GDP growth. GDP grew more than 7.6% in July to September quarter. It is higher than RBI's own RMP, RBI's MPC projections. So it was the last quarter's GDP growth was 5.4% in the same quarter last year. It is much higher than the projection of the RBI's own monetary policy committee, that is MPC. They projected last month that the growth will be 7.2%. So, but it has increased by 7.6%. In the first quarter of 23-24, India's GDP grew by 7.8%. So it is slightly lower. Why, we will tell you in our next news. But the biggest highlight of the figures is that the 8 key infrastructure sectors, they have jumped by 12.1% in October 2023. These key infrastructure sectors, they are very crucial for the India's development, and if they are doing well, it is good news. Let's see what are these 8 sectors. They are coal, crude oil, natural gas, refinery products, fertilizers, steel, cement, and electricity. They contribute 40.27% to the Index of Industrial Production, IIP. So the IIP numbers will also be much better because these 8 sectors which contribute the major chunk of the IIP, they have done very well. So it shows that the base of India's growth is robust, and it is not just coming from one sector, or earlier we used to get our number from service sectors only, but now the key sectors, the infrastructure sectors, are also doing good. That is very good news for Indian economy. Coming on to the next good news: GST collections in November is at 1.68 lakh crore, up 15% year on year. So the government's goods and services tax collection climbed 15% year on year in November to 1.68 lakh crore. So we can see since the time the GST was implemented in July 2017, the tax collections are going up. It shows proper implementation, good execution of GST, and also the booming Indian economy. If we will tell our viewers, the first month GST collection was just around 90,000 crore rupees. So you can see it has increased substantially. So we can say now GST is on a path to success, and people who were raising questions that the GST will hamper our economy, and it will not be beneficial for the industries and the common man. Now this is a slap on their face. Moving on to the next news. Because of this better GST collections and also better direct tax collection also, we have informed our viewers in the previous episodes that the direct tax collections has also been very robust in this financial year. So the now government is, on account of this better tax collections, the government is hopeful of limiting the fiscal deficit to 45% of the budget estimate in this half year of 2024. So the sustained growth in tax collection helped the central limit fiscal deficit. What is fiscal deficit? It is difference between income and expenditure. So they have helped them, the central increase their fiscal deficit during April to October period, that is 7-month period. I should remind you, to 45% of the budget estimate for FY24. So 7 months have passed, more than half of the year, and we are still at 45% of the budgetary estimate. So we are on track, and hopefully if the trend continues, we will be able to limit our budgetary budget deficit estimate below our old target. So that is good news on fiscal discipline and fiscal consolidation front. Now, one bad news, which that is why we were saying that the numbers were not so good. So India's agriculture growth records sharpest decline in 4.5 years on account of erratic monsoon. India's July to September agriculture growth saw a sharp contraction on account of an erratic monsoon, as it fell to 1.2% only, down from 3.5% during the April to June quarter. So the second quarter has not been very good for India's agriculture. We know that the more still India is an agriculture economy. Most of the rural population, more than 65%, they depend on agriculture, and our agriculture depend on monsoon. So due to the El Nino effect and global warming, the monsoon has not been very good. India has its monsoon in July to September period only, and this year the monsoon has not been very good. It has been very erratic. The rainfall has been uneven, and that has affected our agriculture sector's growth. And this is going to be reflecting in our food prices also. We'll see the inflation and the food prices will jump because of the lower production. So that is going to be a challenge for the policymakers. Moving on to next news. Stock market on December 1st, 2023, Nifty hit a record high, and Sensex also zoomed. So good news for our stock investor friends. Stock market valued on robust GDP data beginning December on a firm note. So because of the strong GDP numbers, I just informed you that on the basis of because of that news, the NSE Nifty hit a historic high of 20,282. BSE also zoomed, but it could not pass its own previous high. But the stock market is booming as our economy. Moving on to next news. India's foreign exchange, they have also shown very good results. It has jumped to $596.93 billion. So India's foreign exchange reserve increased by 2.53 billion USD to 597.93 billion for the week ended 24th November. In the previous reporting week, the overall reserves had jumped to 5.07 billion to 595.39 billion. So let's see a graph. So this is the graph of our India's foreign reserves, and you can see that in July we were at the top. We had the highest foreign exchange reserves, but RBI has to come and sold some of its foreign reserves to stabilize rupee. The rupee was started depreciating, and from 76 it came up to 83 per dollar. Now, since the rupee has stabilized, RBI has stopped its open market operations, and you can see the increase in the foreign reserves once again. Moving on to another news. RBI and Bank of England, they have signed MOUs on cooperation and information exchange related to CCIL. What is CCIL? It is Clearing Corporation of India Limited. So RBI and the Bank of England, they have signed a memorandum of understanding for cooperation and exchange of information related to Clearing Corporation of India. The MOU establishes a framework for the BOE to place reliance on the regulatory and supervisory activities of the RBI. We know that RBI, there was an issue on account of European regulator ESMA. and they had de-recognized 6 Indian clearing corporations. But this step, it has put some kind of authority stamp, we can say, on RBI's regulatory and supervisory capabilities. We know that the developed countries, they think they are superior. RBI has shown its capabilities even during 2008 crisis, in 1992 our own crisis we dealt it, and all the global crisis, Indian banks and the Indian supervisory framework, it has shown resilience and proved that it is capable of maintaining its own system and systems. So Indian systems have always fared well, but the European regulator ESMA, they wanted to supervise our clearing corporations, and when RBI said that this is not correct, if the same thing we ask from you, that you allow your clearing corporations or your system access to us, will you accept? So that was kind of a bullying tactics, and when RBI didn't budge, they de-recognized in July 6 clearing corporations. You can see the list. So the issue is still going on, but there is some kind of development since Bank of England has recognized CCIL. It will force ESMA also to come in terms with our regulatory practices, and hope this issue will be resolved soon. It will also help the England banks working in India to participate in CCIL activities, and it will be easier for them to now, for the checks clearing and other activities of CCIL, they can be part of it. So hopefully ESMA will get will come to terms, and they will patch up with our RBI. So next news, Adani Group is planning 84 billion spending after Indian market rout. So we can see we are all witnesses to what has happened after the Indian market came out with the report of unethical market practices and manipulations by Adani Group. The Supreme Court had rejected the report also. So after that, we have seen a sharp increase in the market prices of Adani Group companies. They have almost touched the previous highs. Now again, they are planning for the capex. Adani Group is planning to spend rupees 7 trillion, almost equivalent to $84 billion, on infrastructure over the next decade. And billionaire Mr. Gautam Adani has also re-entered the list of world's top 20 richest individuals. You must remember that he was once world's sixth richest individual, and that has happened because of the surge in Adani Group stock prices. Moving on to our next news, the grounded airline Go First Chief Executive Officer Mr. Kaushik Khona has stepped down. So Mr. Go First has been struggling with the creditors, with the suppliers, with the aircraft leasing companies, with the regulators. It has been going on for now 7 months after the airline has filed for insolvency. Now, when the things are not turning as per the plan, now after being frustrated, the Chief Executive Officer Mr. Kaushik Khona, he has resigned from his position. He has also penned down a letter to the employees that all his efforts to bring everyone on the table and make the airline operation again has failed. Mr. Khona was appointed as the CEO of the No Frill Airlines in 2020. So, hence, these were the news for 1st and 2nd December 2023. I hope this issue will be helpful to you. I have put the study material in the link description. Hope that will be beneficial to you. Till my next episode, keep studying, keep preparing well. All the best to all my viewers. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.